Batting average, one of the most crucial stats in baseball history. What is your career batting average? And how do you perform in each game that you play? Ken Arzone here, Vista, California. I'm looking at Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. So I was curious about batting average. So in this book, yearly leaders of every batting category, I devoted a chapter to the top 5 baseball players with the best batting average in a certain year. And I go decade by decade, starting with the 1870s all the way to 2025. This video, 1880 through 1889. Who were the top 5 batting average leaders? 1880, George Gore, 360. Camp Hansen, 338. Roger Connor, 332. Abner Dalrymple, 330. Tom Burns, 309. 1881, Cap Hansen, 399. Well, that hurts. You go the whole season and you bat 399. One shy of 400. Martin Powell, 338. Jack Rowe, 333. Joe Start, 328. Fred Dunlap, 325. 1882. Pete Browning, 378. Dan Brothers, 367. Camp Hansen, 362. Hick Carpenter, 342. Ed Sarward, 331. 1883 season, Dan Brothers, 374. Roger Connor, 357. Ed Sarward, 357. Pete Browning, 338. George Gore, 334. 1884. Fred Dunlap, 412. How about that? So we've had some 400s. Levi Morrow, Cal McVeigh, Ross Barnes, Davey Force, Camp Hansen. We have some guys 400 or better. A few. So now Fred Dunlap in 1884 goes 412. Orator Schaffer, 360. King Kelly, 354. Dave Orr, 354. Jim O'Rourke, 347. 1885 season, top 5. Roger Connor, 371. Pete Browning, 362. Dan Brothers, 359. Dave Orr, 342. Henry Larkin, 329. Top 5, 1886. King Kelly, 388. Camp Hansen, 371. Dan Brothers, 370. Roger Connor, 355. Hardy Richardson, 351. 1887. Listen to these numbers. Tip O'Neill, 435. Whoa! Pete Browning, 402. Sam Thompson, 372. Dave Orr, 368. Denny Lyons, 367. This Tip O'Neill, gotta look at this guy. I didn't realize that's a pretty high batting average for a year. Tip O. Do I got him? Yeah, I got him here. Tip O'Neill. 1887. Well, it's legit. 124 games. 517 at bats. He got 225 hits and bats 435. And he had 50 walks. So sometimes in some of those seasons, a walk counted as a hit, but not this year. That's a legitimate 435 because it had 517 at bats. In fact, I think that's the second highest with a guy with 500 or more at bats. Hugh Duffy had a 440. So that's a noteworthy year, 1887. 1888, Camp Hansen, 344. Tip O'Neill, 335. Jimmy Ryan, 331. John Riley, 321. King Kelly, 318. 1889. Dan Brothers, 373. Tony Tucker, 372. Jack Glasscock, 352. Camp Hansen again, 342. And Tip O'Neill, 335. So in the 1880s, who stands out? Well, you got to look at Camp Hansen. I mean, how many times did he make the top 5? Let's see. Camp Hansen. I'll look him up as far as how many times you make the top 5 in batting average. 11 times. No, 11 times. 1872, 3, 76, 77, 78, 80, 81, 82, 86, 88, and 89. 11 times Camp Hansen made the top 5 in batting average. Some other notables. Dan Brothers. How many times did he make it? Dan Brothers, 7 times. Top 5. Roger Connor, a couple times. King Kelly, a couple. Hardy Richardson, Sam Thompson, and then Tip O'Neill a couple times. So 1880s had some good batting averages. Fred Dunlap had a 412. Tip O'Neill, 435. And Pete Browning, a 402. So the 1880s, these batting averages, superb, really. Some guys 370s, 380s. So in the 1870s, we had some guys 400. And we had a lot of guys 350, 360, 370. 1880s, I think the batting averages among these guys are better than the 1870s. So these guys can hit. All right, the next video, we're going to look at the 1890s. And we got some guys coming up that are Hall of Famers that are pretty good. I mean, exceptional. So I'll look at 1890 through 1899, okay? Top 5 batting averages for certain years. Talk to you later. I'm out.